Hi and welcome back to our channel. And this week I've picked up at the side of the road a child's play grocery shop. Oh, and look who's walking in here. He's already bringing something and I'm trying to talk to you. Timing's wrong. Timing's all wrong. Hi, Mr. Seb. Are you finished?
Yep.
So I decided instead of making furniture this week, I'm going to make food for you. So you're going to have a closer look now of what I've already produced and then how I made them. I'll show you later. So here's the first lot of self-produced vegetables and fruit. As you can see, I've made an apple, I made an orange, tomato and some cherries. These are just made out of wooden balls and that's why we've got the drill here, because we're going to drill holes in the top and paint them. That's going to be in this film today. So here's my fruit, first thing, and a tomato. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole into the piece of wood that I've got. I've got just lots of different balls for the different sizes, and I'm going to drill a hole so that I then can put the stems in there. Except by the cherries, I've got to drill all the way through by the cherries, so that's my first job. With the cherries, they're a little bit tricky because they actually fall through the hole. So I haven't been able to drill a hole in them yet, but Mr. Sepp, of course, being clever, has had an idea how to do it, and he's drilled a hole for me in this piece of wood, just of here, with the countersinker. So now all I've got to do is line up the hole that he's made, just to there. Then I clamp the wood onto the drill stand. There we go. And now I can hopefully drill successfully a hole without the ball actually running off. Let's see. I've now got the countersink bit and I'm going to drill into, this is the apple, the top and the bottom of the apple. On the oranges and the tomato, I'm just going to drill the top just a little bit. With the apple, I'm going to drill all the way down with the counter bit. So we finished off drilling all the holes and I'm just going to sand all the rough edges off now. So as you can see, I've started to paint my different fruits and tomatoes. What I've got here is a piece of polystyrene and I've got some cocktail sticks. And all I do is this one's an orange, place it on top of my cocktail stick and my orange paint, and I just paint on top. Just pop it on there, make sure it doesn't touch any of this to dry. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the stalks. I'm going to do the orange and the tomato. Here's the stalk, it's just a skewer. I'm going to paint it green. Then I'm going to use, when it's dry, the Secutters, and I'm just going to cut bits off so I can place it inside the hole that I made in the tomato and the oranges and just glue it into place. So everything's dry and finished painted. I I've got an apple. I want a leaf for the apple and a stem. I'm just going to take my template, pop it on top of my felt, and I'm just going to cut it out. Then I'm going to use this tool and punch a hole in the end of it. So then I can put here a bit of a stalk into the apple, which I need to cut down. So I just use some garden secateurs. It's only a skewer, piece of wood, will do fine. And I think I need my about this long. And then to be able to get it into the hole that I've already made, drilled in, I'm just going to take the paint off and a bit of wood using a knife. I'm just going to do a test. Does it fit in? Yes, it does. Very nice. Right, and then I'm ready to glue together. Now I'm going to do that with the orange, with this smaller leaf, and with the tomato with this cross-shaped leaf. So, oranges are done, apples are done. Tomatoes are done. All I've got now is to make these cherries, and I've got this bit thicker thread, which I'm just going to take a bit off, and I'm going to thread it through this quite thick needle, and I'm going to use the thread double. So here we go, and I'm going to tie a fairly big knot at the bottom, like on here. So a nice knot that's not going to, I think I'll have another bit on top of that. Nice knot. And I can thread on my first cherry. Then I'm going to tie, I think somewhere there, another knot. So I'm going to put that through there. Let's have a look. Just there. Twice. So another knot. Here we go. There we go. And now I'm just going to take the other cherry. Another knot. And then we can cut it off. Give it a test. And there we have some cherries. So here's the person we've all been waiting for. He's come out of his hiding because I've finished painting and doing everything I've got to do. So here's Mr. Sepp, and he's going to build a box for my fruit. So, and just to finish the box off, Mr. Sepp's got a piece of sanding paper, and he's just going to do all the edges. Here are the finished boxes, the oranges, the tomatoes, the apples, and the cherries. That looks like the starlings have been here and nicked some, or perhaps it was Micah and Meg who have been in and nicked some of my cherries. I think I'm going to have to make some more cherries to make it look a little bit more decent. Don't forget, in 2 weeks' time, Friday in 2 weeks, we'll show you the rest of the groceries, and we'll show you the grocery shop and everything built up as well. So don't forget to watch again. Okay. Mr. Sepp didn't clamp very well. Would you like me to go down again? It's still okay. Stupid Mr. Sepp. Okay, let's give it another go. Okay, where's my ball? Okay, let's hope we can go in again this time. Right, fiddly job. Let's give it another go.